Hello, this is Steve Grappe. We're here with Stand Up Arkansas, and today we have Lauren Faulk from House District
42.
42.
Yes.
She's here in the war room with us today, and we're excited to introduce you to her. She is a candidate that we got to know during the CAPES campaign and the referendum process in education. Tell us about yourself, Lauren.
Hey, everybody. I am Lauren Faulk. I am from Greenbrier, Arkansas. I am a former special education teacher, a veteran special education teacher. I taught at Spring Hill Elementary School, and I got the political bug after Learns and with the CAPES initiative and getting my feet really wet with that, getting out into the community, collecting signatures. That just got me motivated to run and really just dig my teeth into it. And the candidate that was or the representative in our district right now, he had no one running against him last time. So he just got it. And seeing that happen just really made me frustrated. And I was like, there's got to be somebody. There's got to be somebody who's going to run against him. And I was talking to my mom and talking to my dad and my husband and just kind of working things out. And I just decided to run.
Thank you.
Well, I thank you for your help. And I think that it's so great how many teachers we have running now. We have 17 teachers running. How amazing is that? But again, how pissed off were these teachers, right?
Yeah.
Because this is not easy, right? Running for office is not easy. Making phone calls, meeting people that you probably would have never met is very hard work. I think it's harder than being a teacher. But man, it was needed.
It is needed. And, here in Arkansas, there's a whole lot that public schools under attack. And, there's the whole movement to privatize and parent choice and, all of that razzmatazz. But, the majority of our students are going to be public education students. We have 575,000 public education students in Arkansas. There aren't enough private schools in the world to handle that.
Absolutely not. And we were talking about this earlier, that I was actually an early childhood interventionist through Arch Ford. So I had Southside, B Branch, Clinton, Shirley, and I would drive, that little route and see the students and go into the preschools and into the Head Starts. And so I really got to have boots on the ground to see what the education system was and what we have going on now and how beautiful those rural schools are and how it's the heartbeat of those schools.
Oh, yeah.
And
of the whole community.
Of the whole community. So you've got funding that are going to those private schools that are actually taking away from those public schools. But those public schools need the money.
Yes.
I was talking to my mom about it. I had to do therapy sitting next to a hot water heater in a closet at one of these schools. I'm happy to have done that, to provide those services for those kids. But what happens when those services go away? What happens when the funding runs out? And so that's what motivates me every single day to get on this campaign and focus on our public schools and the education that our awesome public teachers are providing.
We own the Learns Act, and there are good positive things. I'm glad that our teachers are making $50,000 a year minimum.
Yeah, but how long did it take?
Well, what about those teachers that have put 19, 20, 30 years into the system and they're making the same thing as a brand new teacher? That you can't have that either. It sends the wrong message.
Absolutely. So if you think of it in a corporate, right, if you're in a corporate job and you've been there, like you were saying, 19, 20 years, and you're making that, and then someone comes in and they're making the same? Are you kidding me? How depressing is that as a teacher, as an individual? And then you've got to say, well, now the laws have changed and that's all well and good. But dadgummit, those teachers have deserved it. They have deserved this raise for years.
And, and to compound it is then when you get that new teacher in, who do they ask to mentor them? Who do they ask to teach them? Who do they ask to help cover for them?
Absolutely. And then so now you're training the new teacher that's making the same amount as you, and you're doing all the things. And then it was so funny because of COVID, they were like, oh, the teachers are the heroes. The teachers are the heroes. Yeah, you daggum right. Teachers are the heroes. We're doing all the things. And then now, how many years after COVID, they finally gave them something, a little bit, but they tied so many strings to it, it's almost chokehold them.
The problem is that the first thing coming out of our governor's mouth and a lot of our politician's mouth is how terrible our public education system is and how terrible our teachers are.
Yes. And
Like,
so now you're almost making a criminal out of those teachers who were there doing drive-throughs during COVID, going those extra miles, bringing packets to kids' houses, bringing food to kids' houses, making sure that everybody was okay that was on their roster. That's what these teachers were doing. So, yeah, they should have gotten even more.
well, and then we passed this multi-hundreds of $1,000,000 LEARNS package, and the 2 words special education is not even mentioned.
Absolutely.
144 pages, no mention of special education.
At all.
So it's a problem. And then we have, you can move kids into a private school and use our public funds, and they don't have to provide the special education.
Not at all. And that's what I try to tell a lot of my parents is that, you're looking at public schools, we are bending over backwards for our parents. At least I know I did. I bent over backwards, helping them any way that I knew how and giving those services that those kids need. Private schools don't have to do that.
Right. They don't have to even certify their teachers.
No.
You can have the wife of the pastor be the teacher.
Right.
For biology.
Right.
Or
And she may have some certifications behind her, but not as much as these teachers have been teaching 19, 20 years, who may be nationally certified, who may have master's degrees, who are reading specialists. Or doctorates. Absolutely. So things have to change.
we do. And yes, I want the reading coaches and I want the mentor programs and I want that, but we need more. We have to change the philosophical outlook of what public education is, because when you talk to people, it's like a burden.
Yes.
Like, oh, I got to educate somebody else's kid.
Right.
No, you're educating our citizens.
Yes.
You are determining what the economy of our nation and our state and our
Right.
communities are going to be 10 years from now.
Right.
If we don't provide the smart kids with the opportunity for education, they're going out of state.
Right.
And
Listen.
they aren't coming back.
No, they're not. And you have to look past your nose, right? And that's what a lot of people, we're not doing that. We're not looking past our own nose, right? And so you've got to look at, I want to help raise the people who are going to be taking care of me later, right?
Yeah, y'all we're here with Lauren Faulk, and I want to talk to her more. I don't know if we'll be able to bring her back on another segment or not. I don't know what they're doing for today, but if we can't, we're going to get you back. Tell us how people can get in touch with you.
So you can go on my website, and it's faulkforarkansas.com. You can email me. I will talk to you as much as you want to talk. I am so excited to be here and so excited just to get my word out and meet everybody who shares the same like-minded individuals. And even if you're not, let's have a discussion.
Right.
I love it.
Faulk for Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah.
FAULKFOR Arkansas.
That's right.
And it's .com.
Yes, sir.
Y'all get in touch with her. I'm so glad she was here today. I want to talk a whole lot more. It sounds like she's got her good head on her shoulders. You understand the problem with our education. I'd like to talk about women's autonomy. I'd like to talk about government transparency. Marijuana rights. There's a whole lot of things that I know you have a lot to say about. Maybe we can circle back to that soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.